Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, a medically qualified doctor and a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. So today's video is one that thousands of you asked me to make, and that is the best and worst serums for dark marks K-Beauty edition.
You don't need a long skincare routine if you have that one product that does it all.
Designed to help brighten your skin.
It also takes care of post-acne marks.
This one is super effective.
The hype around this is huge.
So I actually really love this formula. Oh my goodness. Well done. Okay, I love that. This is going to cause you more blemishes, but it's a good start. Moving on to niacinamide plus tranexamic acid. This is one I am really excited about. It's a clever combination. The beauty of both these two ingredients is that they both work at the same pH. So niacinamide is a great ingredient because it has a wide pH range that it can work on. And tranexamic acid actually works at skin neutral pH. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, that is delicious. That looks like some cherry syrup that I put on top of my ice cream, you know, that kind of situation. Beautiful, even looks gorgeous here. Nice. Okay. Oh, sorry. There goes my white coat. Okay, lovely. So it absorbs really easily into the skin. Again, it's foaming a little bit, actually. No, it's okay. It's penetrated into the skin. Right, let's see what is in this product. So the claim is that it treats dark spots. So I like that it's got niacinamide plus tranexamic acid, which I love. That's a very powerful tyrosinase inhibitor. They've got alpha-arbutin at about a fraction of a percent. So about 0.5% is very low and unlikely to be in the therapeutic index. Ascorbic acid, your vitamin C, they've put in again at a fraction of a percent. So again, not in the therapeutic index. This is a NAFE-safe product. So no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. It's a very lovely serum with niacinamide and tranexamic acid, but not really anything else. So this is going to be okay for very light hyperpigmentation, you know, your early dark marks that have happened just from an acne spot, but it's not going to work for stubborn pigmentation that's been there for a long time. So when it comes to pigmentation, not all pigmentation is equal, especially when it comes to skin of color. Pigmentation around the eye area, for example, dark circles, is different to pigmentation on the face from melasma. For example, when we created kits for pigmentation for skin of color, we have the facial hyperpigmentation kit with 10 tyrosinase inhibitors for melasma. We have the dark circles kit, which is still hyperpigmentation on the face, but for around the eye area, because the skin has different levels of thickness and the pigmentation is actually much more stubborn. At the same time, we have a different kit for lip hyperpigmentation. So even pigmentation on the lip area is totally different and you treat it completely differently. So this is the 3-piece kit for the lip hyperpigmentation, which is very different, for example, to the facial hyperpigmentation kit. So pigmentation is very different for skin of color. And again, it's very different for the body. The body, like post-acne hyperpigmentation, needs completely different percentages to the eye area, which is different to the face area, which is why I created a whole range of hyperpigmentation kits for skin of color. So something like this, for example, is fine if you have, like, say, one spot, it's left one dark mark and you want to help treat that. That's what this is going to be good for. But when it comes to hyperpigmentation, it's a whole chapter of Skin Revolution is just on hyperpigmentation for skin of color. So here, chapter 4, how to manage hyperpigmentation, it's an entire chapter just dedicated to that, which is why one little serum is not really going to cut it when it comes to pigmentation for skin of color, but it's a good start. So for me, this is Dr. V approved. So moving on to retinol, 0.3% plus niacinamide. So number one, I'm really glad that they've gone in with 0.3% retinol, which is very important because that has now become the maximum vitamin A. So I've just sent a new formula off to be tested, and actually it's 0.3% is a maximum we can do in UK and Europe for any form of vitamin A. So for example, if I'm making a retinaldehyde serum, it can either be 0.3% retinaldehyde or 0.1% retinol plus 0.2% retinaldehyde. I mean 0.3% max of over-the-counter vitamin A. night is now allowed in a serum. So I'm working with that information to create you something very special. So keep your eyes peeled on that front. But this is actually beautiful packaging. Here we go. Nice, coming out very yellow. Okay, let's have a look at what's in here. Penetrates into the skin easily. No stinging or burning sensation. So put in 5% niacinamide, which is great, 0.3% retinol, which I love, plus peptides and ceramides, excellent. And there is no fragrance in this, which is, again, brilliant. Oh no, but they added tea tree extract, which is a mistake. Let me just check. This packaging is... fine. At least they've done airless packaging, so that's really good. So you can see the 2 holes at the bottom. So this is airless packaging, which I'm happy about. So actually, other than the tea tree oil, tea tree, this actually would have been such a good retinol product for skin of color. Oh, such a shame. But yeah, unfortunately, it seems like tea tree is one of the key ingredients that are used in a lot of these products because that's the signature of this particular cosmetic formulator. They've gotten a lot right, but for us, it's just... we actually can't afford to fall over at any of the hurdles because our skin is so unforgiving. So for me, unfortunately, this is not doctorly approved. Moving on to the Peach 70 Niacinamide Serum. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I've seen this actually all over social media. This is so cool. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. Even though it looks peach and the pink in the bottle, it comes out kind of clear on the hand. Very light pink, beautiful. Looks like a nail polish bottle. Okay, so let's see what's in this particular product. So in here, again, peach fruit extract, of course, glycerin, niacinamide, of course, which is at 5%. Love it, love it, love it. There are very few serums out there actually with niacinamide at 5%. That's my fantastic percentage. If you're not layering, like say, for example, if you're wearing this, but not wearing a moisturizer with niacinamide in it or sunscreen with niacinamide, that's great, right? Love the percentage. It's actually got lots of great actives in here. It's got alpha-arbutin, 3-O-ethyl ascorbate, so it's your vitamin C, but they're all at a fraction of a percent. So, not in the therapeutic index. This is basically a 5% niacinamide serum. Oh no, and they've also added a fragrance. So this has gone viral on social media because it is gorgeous. And you can see how, for example, if you're doing a selfie or a selfie video, you could put this all over your face, have like natural sunlight on your face and your face is going to look like it's shining. This is going to look like something you want to eat. And you can tell how this thing is such a viral product. But ultimately, it's a 5% niacinamide serum that's fragranced. And there are better 5% niacinamide serums, unfortunately, out there. Oh, I'm so depressed, but unfortunately, this is another one that is not approved. Moving on to the Green Lemon Vitamin C Blemish Serum, 20%. Oh. Oh, quite a strong smell. That's not good. Very yellow. Okay. You know, the only thing when it comes to formulating vitamin C is I'm very aware that a lot of us have white bed sheets. And when we are formulating, and especially when I'm in the lab and I make something that's a retinol-based product and it's very yellow, one of the tests I actually do is when I go to bed at night, do my sheets look yellow in the morning? Because I don't know, how many of you guys would buy a retinol serum, even if it was really effective, and it made your sheets yellow? Would you guys buy it? Can you write down below, like yes or no, if you would actually buy that product? Often, I won't make a product just because of that reason. And I don't know, is that a silly reason or actually is that quite a good reason? Can you write down below, please? And that'd be really helpful to me. There is something else you need to know before I just do this product. I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can come and ask me your skincare questions. In addition, we've just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which I cannot believe. But what I found even more shocking is that almost 90% of my viewers haven't subscribed. So I just thought, wow, if that's like that, If more people subscribe, we could potentially get to 2 million followers, which would be incredible. And as you know, this is a non-sponsored channel. We pay for everything and our YouTube money goes to charity. So if you could do me that huge favor and please subscribe, you would do me a really, really big favor. So thank you if you have already. And if you are doing it now, please write below, I've just subscribed. It'll make me so happy. Okay, so let's get into this particular product. Oh no, this product is actually a disaster. They've got lemon fruit extract as the first ingredient. Don't forget, first ingredient is the highest percentage. You really have to be careful with that. It's bad enough having fragrance as the last percentage, but as a first ingredient, this is a mistake. And then they added ascorbic acid. So that's pure vitamin C, which is an acid. It's got low pH. As it is, I don't like ascorbic acid for skin of color, but you certainly don't put it in with an irritant, and they put in a fragrance. This is the worst product out of the entire range. I'm so sorry. There are some really good products in here, but this is terrible. Please do not buy this product. I wouldn't even recommend it for Caucasian skin because it can actually damage the skin barrier. But if you're skin of color, it can also lead to hyperpigmentation. So for me, unfortunately, this is a big no-no. Moving on to the next one. This is the Green Tea Enzyme Vitamin C Brightening Serum. Okay, so I love this at the top. It just gives you an idea what type of serum it is. So this red one is black tea. That's the black tea with retinol. The blue one is also retinol actually, but moisture recovery serum. Don't worry, I'll go through this in a second. Okay, so starting off with this one, again, slightly less actually. So I've gone for 30 mils in this one, but again, beautiful packaging. So you can hear that's glass. Big mistake. They have gone for pipette, which is a problem because look, I'm doing this. Look how much oxygen is now surrounding the vitamin C. Yeah. Now don't forget, vitamin C is an antioxidant. It oxidizes in an oxygen and becomes ineffective. If I do this a couple of times, how effective do you think this serum is now going to be? And this is why you always choose a vitamin C that's in an airless pump. So I'm going to show you what an airless pump looks like. It basically looks like this with a pump, and there usually is a little hole at the bottom. The reason is that when you're pumping the serum out like this is our basic retinaldehyde vitamin C serum. When you pump this out, this sucks the bottom higher and no oxygen actually gets to the product itself. That's how you know that the product is stable. Otherwise, there's no way for you to know whether your vitamin C is effective or not. So this is our antioxidant power serum, which is 0.1% retinol, 0.1% retinaldehyde, plus vitamin C and coenzyme Q10 with 0 irritation. Having said this, let's have a look at the formula. So in here, it's NAF safe. There's no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. So that's fantastic. It's got water, then propanediol, and then glycerin, which is fine. Then they've used the solvent hexanediol, which is fine as well. Then they've gone in for 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, beautiful vitamin C, and it's a fifth ingredient. So you're looking at a good 2 to 3%. It's in the therapeutic index. Again, great percentage. I would say I love this formula, but I hate the packaging. And if Innisfree put this into an airless pump, I would recommend it for you. But as it stands, as beautiful as the packaging is, this is not one I would use for my face or recommend to my global skin of color family. Moving on to the retinol serum. Okay, that's how it comes. It's basically double walled. That's really important for the packaging to make sure that the bottle is not damaged. So that's how they do it. So it does actually make the product a bit more premium by doing that. You take off this little bit. And this is 30 mils. So again, they've gone for a smaller amount. This is coming out as a pump, but let me check if this isn't. 1 second. This is what it looks like. It blends really nicely into the skin. Oh dear. I suspect there's fragrance in this. Right, so let's have a quick look at the ingredients list. So even though it's a pump, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's not an airless pump. If you can pull a straw out, it's not an airless pump. I really thought this was an airless jar and airless packaging because it came out like a pump, but then I had a look at the bottom and there's no holes at the bottom, and that just gives it away. This is basically the same situation as a pipette because there's oxygen in here that's just sitting around the product. And guess what? Retinol is an antioxidant as well, and it oxidizes in oxygen. So we want to avoid oxygen around the product as much as possible. So from formulating the product, you want to get it into packaging that's airless as quickly as possible. And this could be sitting in this jar for 6 months before it's even purchased. So let's have a look at the ingredients list. So here they've put in glycerin, butylene glycol, which is a humectant, beautiful ingredient. Then they put in the fourth ingredient in here is niacinamide, which I love. We've discussed niacinamide already. Then they've used allantoin, so it's the anti-inflammatory, and they've used retinol at less than 1%. They haven't been clear about how much retinol is in this product, but don't forget, the EU law changed in November to make sure that retinol maximum is 0.3% in any of our products. And that's, I would recommend the same amount for skin of color because you don't want any irritation. I actually really like this formula and I can't see any fragrance in it. Let me double check. Even though it's got a strong smell, I think that's coming from the actual ingredients itself. It doesn't have any fragrance in it, which I'm really happy about because guess what? Retinol is highly irritating and you don't want fragrance in any retinol serum. So other than the packaging, I actually really like this formula. They almost got it right. So Innisfree again, if you put this into airless packaging, I will make a video recommending it for you. But as it is, we're not quite there yet. Moving on to the Black Tea Youth Enhancing Serum. All right, oh, here we go again with the pipette. But it might be okay if they don't have any antioxidants in the product itself. This is what it looks like. It's actually beautiful, very pearlesque on the skin. Very light, absorbs nicely into the skin. Another strong smell, but hopefully it's not fragrance. Well, it smells like fragrance. Let's have a look. All right, so in here, so they've got water as a first ingredient. Now don't forget, for serums, to have that light texture, it's a high percentage water. That means that water absorbable ingredients tend to be at higher percentages in serums versus an emulsion, which is a cream. And that's why serums tend to be priced higher. They're more expensive because you can get more ingredients in them. So here we've got water, butylene glycol, and then glycerin, so your humectant, so it's going to be hydrating. The fifth ingredient in here is niacinamide, which I love. It's in the therapeutic index. There's actually no other anti-aging ingredients in here. And the claim for this is anti-aging. It is anti-aging, isn't it? Yeah, so it's meant to visibly firm and revitalize. Okay, so there's no anti-aging ingredients in this product. Do you know what there is in this product though? A ton of fragrance. In here, they've got limonene, linalool, and citronellol, 3 known allergens. So that can actually lead to premature aging of the skin, the exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve with the serum. So this product is also a hard no. Moving on to Cherry Blossom Glow Jelly Cream. I mean, I have to say, I'm really excited just by the name of this product, because who doesn't want a jelly cream? If I was going to make a kid's product, it would be a jelly something. Okay, so here we go with the same situation with the moisturizer. Oh, I like how it looks though. That is so beautiful. I can see this being so Instagrammable. It literally just looks like solid water. Oh, that is so satisfying. I love this. This is so lightweight. If you have very oily skin, you're just gonna want something like this that looks like it's just water, but in a gel. It's probably the most beautiful looking gel moisturizer I've come across so far. Let's see what's actually in here. So in here, we have the third ingredient in here is niacinamide, which I love, well done. But then it's just fragrance and there's no other actives in here that's going to help you with glow of the skin. What is their claims? It brightens. It's not going to brighten the skin. There's no tyrosinase inhibitors in here to brighten the skin. You're not really going to get a glow from this. You might get a nice warm fuzzy feeling because it is a beautiful product, but it's not one I'd recommend for you or your kids. So that's the other one. I can imagine this going viral on social media and children buying this. This is not one to buy because it's got fragrance in it. And actually it's really not hydrating enough. We do actually need more fats in this product for you to have a long-lasting hydration. This, after an hour, your skin is going to start to feel tight. So unfortunately, this is another no. Right, moving on to the Tone Brightening Ampule. I find this really interesting, actually, this kind of gray packaging, considering it's meant to be tone brightening. I feel like they go really bright colors to do that, but anyway. Okay, so I've gone with gray, that's fine. And it says it strengthens skin moisture barrier. So let's check to see if it actually does that. Oh, nice heavy. Oh, beautiful. Look at those bubbles. Oh, that is so interesting. Okay, let's see. Can you see inside? I love that, so satisfying. All right, so do this. Can you see them? Oh, the bubbles got encapsulated. They're actually, oh, and then they burst on the skin. That's genius. Can you see that? Oh, I love that. Okay, that's such a good idea. Well done. Okay, I love that. That's beautiful. Let's see what's actually in it though. So in here, they've put in glycerin, which I love. That's why it feels a little bit gloopy. They put in niacinamide, tranexamic acid. Excellent. Well done. It's one of my favorite anti-pigmentation ingredients. They put in panthenol, which is your anti-inflammatory, plus ferment, which is a conditioner. It's fragrance-free and there's no essential oils. Well done. You did well. This is essentially a tranexamic acid serum that's at a nice formula that's non-irritating and at a good price, so good value for money as well. So for me, I love this. I would purchase this product if you are just starting to get pigmentation. It's not going to help you if you've had pigmentation for decades, but this is, you know, like say you've just had that first spot and you want something to try and treat that pigmentation from that spot, this is going to do really well. If, however, you've had hyperpigmentation for decades, you need 10 tyrosinase inhibitors working simultaneously. This is the reason I created the facial hyperpigmentation kit. It's the world's first pigmentation kit for skin of color. It's also really important that when you buy anything for hyperpigmentation, most of the time it's an antioxidant and you want them in airless packaging. Just keep your eye out for that. You want to avoid really things in pipettes. The reason this one's okay is because tranexamic acid isn't an antioxidant. Right, moving on to the next one. This is the Tone Brightening Cleansing Gel Foam. So this is meant to be hydrating and fragrance-free. So let's see what it looks like. Ah, lovely. I love that kind of translucent packaging. Do you know this is the reason that K-beauty is so viral on like social media? Social media is such a visual platform. Anything that just like looks different or looks like, oh, my skin could look translucent like this. Think, oh, let me buy it. But let me tell you if it's worth it or not. Oh, so it's coming out very thin actually. I've never seen it come out so thin before. Sorry. Okay, I've been filming for about 3 hours today and I'm just going to get more woo-woo, I think, as time goes on. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so it's nice, it's smooth, no fragrance. Let me check there's actually fragrance in here, but I can't smell any. It feels soothe on the skin. I like it. All right, let me tell you what's in this thing. Oh, it's got low percentage niacinamide plus vitamin C. Now, I don't like this because vitamin C is an antioxidant. If that's what you're hoping is going to work in here, you really want this in airless packaging, which it's not. So you're unlikely to get much brightening, to be honest, with this cleanser. I think it's a nice cleanser, but because they called it brightening and because skin of color brightening is a big thing, I just don't want you buying this hoping your skin is going to be brighter, because it's not. Your skin will feel more hydrated, yes, but really for brightening effects, we need more tyrosinase inhibitors. For example, when we created our micellar gel wash, we put in stem cells, which is for brightening, but I also put in niacinamide in the therapeutic index, and that's the key here. So niacinamide is a beautiful ingredient and it works really well to brighten the skin, to help with oily, acne-prone skin, to even help with dry skin or a damaged skin barrier, but it has to be in the therapeutic index. Even though it's a wash-off product and it's not going to stay on like you would want it, for example, in your moisturizer. Like, for example, when we put niacinamide on our moisturizer, it's going to be on all day. You still want it because as you're cleaning the skin, actives in the face wash are going to be the first to penetrate into the skin actually before you even put on a toner. I do like this product, but you're just not going to get much brightening from it. The next one's called Goodbye Blemish. Oh, nice packaging. Comes out like a gel. Beautiful. It's a very light formula on the skin. Right, let's see if this product is any good. So the seventh ingredient in here is niacinamide. So as we're looking at about maybe 1 to 2% plus a bunch of extracts. So no other tyrosinase inhibitors or any other anti-acne ingredients, antibacterials. So I'm not sure what blemish they're talking about because putting like 2%, 1% niacinamide on the skin is really going to do nothing. And then on top of that, they went and added a whole bunch of irritants. They added lemon peel oil, orange peel oil, lime oil, citral, and limonene. So actually is going to cause more blemishes. This is going to cause you more blemishes. You shouldn't say like goodbye blemish. It should be hello blemish. This is what I'm going to rename this product. Moving on to the 5+ Vitamin Concentrated Serum. Oh, very interesting packaging. Okay, so it's a pipette. The key here is just to make sure you don't touch the end of the pipette because you want it to be sterile, right? So really what they should have done is to put this bit on this side so that, you know, this situation doesn't happen. Got that. Okay, no safety cap, that's fine. Go like this, in. Ooh, nice. A very light formula, penetrates easily into the skin. Let's see what's in this and what the claims are. So I actually really love this formula. So in here, they've got third ingredient is niacinamide, so looking probably about 5%. The fourth ingredient in here is panthenol, so it's your anti-inflammatory. The fifth ingredient here is tranexamic acid, a lovely tyrosinase inhibitor for pigmentation. Fraction of a percent of vitamin C, and to be honest, this is not an airless pump, so vitamin C is like unlikely to gonna work. I actually really like this product for early pigmentation marks. So forget the other one, which was terrible. Buy this instead. So goodbye blemish, delete. But instead you're going to purchase this. This is the 5+ Vitamin Concentrated Serum for early dark marks. Love it. Moving on to Glow Deep Serum. So they claim here that it's lightweight and quick absorbent textures, penetrates deep into skin to provide long lasting and brightening, hydrating effects. Let's see if that's what it actually does. Okay, nice, beautiful packaging. It's a very distinctive packaging actually. You can always tell this shape is beauty of Joseon. The first ingredient in here is rice bran. So that is a nice humectant, a little bit of brightening properties, and that's what's giving this kind of goopy feel. The next ingredient in here is water. So that's actually coming lower down than the rice bran. The next ingredient in here is glycerin, which is hydrating, and then butylene glycol, which is also hydrating. 2% alpha arbutin, which is very clever because that is a very powerful tyrosinase inhibitor. It's one of my favorite ones over the counter for skin of color, and it's at the right percentage. They've also added in niacinamide, which I absolutely love for our skin of color family. However, I'd say there's nothing else in here. I'd say this is a NAFE-safe product. It's got 2% alpha arbutin plus some niacinamide and humectant properties. So it does what it says, but you're not really going to get much hyperpigmentation benefit. I'm happy for you to use this as your first line cheap product for improving skin tone. You're not going to get much for severe hyperpigmentation that's been there for a while. Moving on to the last three. This is Light On Serum Centella plus Vitamin C. Okay, right, so let's jump into this one. Oh, these boxes don't get any easier. There you go. The claim here is it's a brightening serum. So it's got Centella asiatica, which I love. It's one of my favorite antioxidants. It's one of my favorite anti-inflammatories to use. Plus they've put in 3-O-ethyl-ascorbic acid. That's vitamin C, and it's also one of my favorite forms. And I formulate, that's one of the ingredients I always use. I would say if you're looking for a vitamin C product, avoid L-ascorbic acid. I've actually just filmed a video today on the best and worst vitamin Cs on the internet for my skin of color family. L-ascorbic acid is one that I tell you to avoid. The reason is that it has a low pH and it's actually an exfoliator, and you certainly do not want to exfoliate your skin daily because it can actually lead to more pigmentation. Okay, so vitamin C is a beautiful ingredient because what it does is it's multi-beneficial. It helps with brightening the skin, it helps with wrinkle reduction, and it helps with visible firming. It also helps a little bit with hyperpigmentation, but don't forget for skin of color, we really need multi-actives. One ingredient on its own just doesn't cut it for us because our pigmentation is stubborn. It is difficult to treat and it can take decades. Anyone that's had acne and had these dark marks or had melasma on the cheekbones like I get knows just how much of a struggle it really is and how it just flares up so quickly, especially in the sun. Even though vitamin C is one of the beautiful ingredients we can use, it on its own is really not going to do much for us. The third ingredient in here is obviously glycerin. And I think the only mistake they made with this product is that they added citrus peel extract, which actually can be quite irritating. Other than that, this is actually a lovely vitamin C serum. You can use this in the morning after you cleanse. It's got a skin neutral pH. I love it except for the citrus peel extract, which is why I wouldn't give this a high rating and I probably wouldn't use it myself. Moving on to the Centella Stick Balm. Now this is meant to diminish wrinkles and dark spots. Now, if you're going to say that to my Skin of Color family, you really had better come and deliver with good ingredients. So I'm going to tell you if it's actually in here or not. I feel like I'm doing surgery. We're in. So all nice. I like the packaging. Nice and heavy. Good amount. I really like the stick. This is giving me ideas. So it's a bit off the topic, but you know how we were making Calm Balm? So that was our anti-eczema balm. I've been looking at different packagings that we can use, but this is quite a nice idea. Let me know if you have tried our Calm Balm for eczema. It's basically a second layer of skin. If you think this is big enough for that, can you write down below, yes, love the packaging, or no, Dr. V, go bigger or go fatter with the Calm Balm? That'd be really helpful for me. Okay, right, back to the video. Let me tell you if this is good or not. So the top 10 ingredients in here are essentially emollients and for viscosity control. Oh my goodness. Tocopherol acetate is the main ingredient in this thing. That's your vitamin E. That's it. Like vitamin E is kind of a side product ingredient. It's an ingredient that you put in every single moisturizer that you have. In here, you're not going to get any brightening. Nope. There's nothing in here for wrinkles. I would say this is a nice lip balm for hydration. So I like this for hydration just as much as I like the vegan lip balm. That's all you're going to get from this product.
Right, the next one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. Now, this has been viral for a long time, actually. This is probably one of the OG viral products. The craze with this product is just how gooey it is. It looks very slime-like. Ooh, again, with the smell, it's strong. I'll press it into my skin. How does it feel? Very thick on the skin, actually. But you get that glow can you see with the glow on the skin, with the light on the skin? And this is, again, one of the reasons it goes viral. Anything that gives you that sort of shine on the skin makes people go into golden hour and to do their faces like this. And this is what goes viral on social media. I would find this very suffocating, actually, to wear all day long. Let's have a look at the ingredients list. So the positives are it's got niacinamide. Niacinamide is a fantastic ingredient. It's great if you have oily skin. It's also great if you have dry skin. It's one of your BFFs. But you want it in the 2 to 5% range. More than that, it can actually lead to irritation. They also put glycerin in, which is good. It's hydrating, although this doesn't feel that hydrating. It sort of feels like it's sitting on the skin, a little bit sticky. And again, it's expensive. £33 for 40 mils. And a dupe here is actually niacinamide from either the Inky list or the Ordinary. Okay, so here's one from the Inky list. This is what it looks like. And this one is £9 for 30 mils. So about 4 times cheaper. In fact, I would argue it probably penetrates better easier into the skin. It does. It melts into the skin a bit better. It glides on easier. It's not so sticky to the skin, and it's fragrance-free. It's a no-brainer.
And the next product that we're talking about is Galactomyces 95 Tone Balancing Essence. So I've actually never really been a fan of Essence until I saw this product and the ingredients in it. So the moisturizers they've got are panthenol, glycerin, butylene glycol, sodium hydrogenate, but it's also got Galactomyces ferment filtrate as one of the top ingredients. And the second ingredient in this product, again, is niacinamide, which I'm sure you all know by now. I love, love, love. And anyone with skin of color should really be wearing this ingredient because pretty much solves the majority of our skincare conditions, right from pigmentation through to acne. So it's one of those magical ingredients that I would highly recommend.